Hello everybody, this is Guillermo with Live Trading with Guillermo. Today I'm posting a Q&A video for you. Today is August 21st, Sunday. I got a new microphone, so hopefully the audio works much better this time around. So you'll be the judge of that, so we'll test that here in a minute. First, before I jump into my presentation, I want to give a special shout out to one of my subscribers. His name is Ricky Munz. He got his first 50K account through Apex Trader funding. So he's been a subscriber of mine for a while, been watching the videos, and he felt motivated, encouraged to do this as himself, and he did it. So I want to congratulate Ricky. 50K is an accomplishment. I know it's not easy. It's hard. It's hard to be consistent sometimes. It's hard to keep your mind in the game. It's hard not to overtrade. Sometimes we leave profits on the table when we should have taken it. All those things that are just, we're all human. I still suffer from some of those things, but he overcame all of that, and man, he did it. So 50K account, man. So now my advice to you is build up another one if you want to, or jump right into your PA, your performance account. Again, start small, build your account up, and then, take it from there. So good luck. To you, Ricky. Congratulations, man. Pretty awesome. What am I going to cover today? So really what I want to cover is the differences between the two automations that I use. I use Auto Ripper Pro Reloaded, Ripper X Reloaded. When I should turn on automation, a reasonable goal, Rhythmic, which I talk about a lot, and then my setup. I've talked a lot about it before, but I wanted to talk about it again, just for those new subscribers that maybe haven't seen some of my other Q&A videos, and this is the first video they've seen, so I want to make sure it's covered because it really is important, and it really can make for some profitable trades for you. So just want to share that again. So the differences. What's the differences between these two automations? Auto Ripper Pro Reloaded has a very simple interface. It is capped at 3 contracts or 30 micros. I think it's great if you're starting out. You want something that is simple and just works. This is the one to get. All right. If you're more of a person like myself, where I've wanted something a little bit more, where I can fine tune and test and adjust, then the Ripper X Reloaded is definitely for you. You can use it on a smaller account. But I think where it really shines is on the larger accounts, and that's where I tend to use it. Is when I'm trading at least $100,000 Apex account, or a lot of times it's been $150,000 Apex account. So minimum of 100, I think it works great, because then you can adjust your DRAM, which is when the market turns on you, the software will close a trade, put in a new trade, add contracts to it to make up for the loss. DTRAM is the dynamic target adjustment, which means that, let's say your profit target is 20 ticks. After a loss, it'll adjust it based on your settings. So maybe you want to make it 15 ticks, so you lock in profit right away. You can definitely do that with the software. You can really fine tune your target 1 and 2 with DRAM or DTRAM. So much more customizable. You can really tweak it. Works great on small and large accounts. So that's really the big difference between the two. Do I recommend one over the other? Not really. I think it's more of how you want to trade and what your profit goals are. Then that will kind of determine which automation is best for you. So either one's great. If you get either one, you're gonna be in great shape. Then question I still get a lot is, when should I turn on my automation? There's no scientific process to this. I don't have any special indicators or anything like that. I really, when I turn on my computer, I turn on my automation. It's not engaged, but it's on, so I can see the different background colors and how the market's moving. But had I started my computer here and I saw this, obviously you would turn it on and it would have taken these trades, right? But it's never that perfect, right? That this is hindsight 2020. A lot of times when we turn on our computers, it's doing this. That's typically what we see, and then we're like, okay, what the heck is happening? Which we don't know, right? In this case, it broke this channel here to the upside, So that's my recommendation. When you see it break out of the channel, turn on automation. It would have taken that trade. Had you started right here, you would have seen like, hey, wait, I'm still in a channel. I'm gonna wait till a breakout, which would have happened up here. You would have turned on your automation here, and you would have taken a trade. Looks like you would have won that trade, but who knows how far it would have gone, and if it would have started working its way back down into the channel. You just don't know, but at least that first trade, you would have won that one. So that's my recommendation. Wait for the, see the channel, wait for a breakout to the upside or the downside, and go for it. No, pretty simple, pretty simple. What's a reasonable profit goal? Whether you're using Ripper X Reloaded or the Auto Ripper Pro Reloaded, start small. 300, 500, start with that. Be consistent. Average your 500 a day, which means one day you might be 600, and one day might be 200, and one day might be 0, and one day might be 800. So, but you want to average anywhere from 300 to 500 over the first 2-3 weeks of simulation. Once you reach that, then you can say, hey, I'm going to go live with either an Apex account, which is what I do, or you go with your own brokerage account, right? Well, how about if you have the Ripper X Reloaded? What should be your profit target? Well, starting out, it's no difference. I'd say you keep it to 300 to 500 and just get the hang of it. Once you're consistent, though, then you can consider moving up to $1,000, and then continue to simulate till you can get that 1,000. And then after that, you go for it. Then you're good to go. So start small, be consistent, work your way up, and then from there on, you'll already be in the mindset. You would have done it consistently already. So your live trading will be no different than your simulated trading. It's just hooked up to a different account. That's the difference. That should be the only difference. When you trade simulation and live, it should not be any difference. Rhythmic. If you have your own brokerage account, like down here at this bullet point here, if you have NinjaTrader brokerage, you don't have to worry about Rhythmic because they use a totally different connection. You're not going to see those sort of issues. No, nothing's 100%. Because we're using technology, data, internet, all those things. But problems should be very limited if you're using your own broker. If you're using something like a prop firm like Apex or Lilu and OneUp and so on, they use Rhythmic, and that's just the nature of the beast. Rhythmic sucks. It leaves trades open, as you've seen in my videos. So I'm always having to click on screen and close out trades. So that's just the way it is. There's more firms coming online. They're all using Rhythmic, which is putting more pressure on Rhythmic's infrastructure. So hopefully they're working on a solution. I haven't heard anything, but hopefully they're working on a solution to help create more of a stable trading environment for us. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Rhythmic. It kind of sucks, but we're kind of stuck with it. But if you have your own brokerage, then you're good to go. My high probability setup. So I've shown this before many times during my Q&As, my trading videos. I love this setup. Sometimes I wait for it, and you don't have to wait long, like literally minutes. This will appear either going long or short. This is a short example that I grabbed from a previous video. But here you see is making a big up move, right? So you see this gray background, which indicates long, Then you see the purple, which means a downward market. So down, this purple. So when you see the transition, you're seeing a gray to a purple, which indicates that it's making a move down, really. And it's pretty visually, you can see it. It makes sense, right? Then you see these two indicators here with this purple background. That's telling me it's going to go short. So what I did in this particular instance, I turned on my automation here. I entered, hit my first profit target, and then my runner stopped out over here. So if your goal was like 500 a day, you would have done it. This I think was more like 700, if I recall, something like that. Going back to the video, was like $700. So this would have been your one and done, and you're done for the day. So this would have been your one trade. If you weren't sure and you want to be more conservative, you could wait for the second entry, which would happen after this pullback, If it came down, you could turn on your automation there, and that really confirms that it's making a down move. I tend to be a little bit more aggressive, so I take the first trade underneath the indicators, but you could wait for the second one and take that. If you're still trading after the first trade and it continues to go down, you're below the indicator, it's still a good chance it's going down. So I just leave it and take your next trade too, and keep building up your cushion, and you're good to go. So that's it, guys. Pretty quick and simple. Hopefully you found this helpful. If this is the first time checking out my channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I'm trying to build to that first 1,000 subscribers. I'm up to like 650, I think. So I want to get to 1,000. So help me get there. So please subscribe. Click the little bell to be notified for my next video, which will happen tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do the Ripper X Reloaded. Like I said, I got a couple accounts I'm trying to build up. They're larger accounts, and I'm gonna trade that on Monday. Haven't decided how many contracts yet. Might be 4, might be 6, depending on what I see. If I'm seeing a lot of movement, I think I'll take a 6 contract and just try to nail it tomorrow. But we'll see what we get. We don't always get a choice, right? And we just get what we can get. What the market gives us, we take it. So with that, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Take care now. Bye.